but I tried one.
We're exempt from the laws of nature. I'm sorry.
I actually just want to love you. This whole Earth trip is pretty gritty. I'm feeling very jolly. I love this. Morning party people. There are no leaves on the trees, babe. The very first cold Christmas. Christmas? Question mark? I've roasted a pumpkin. Here we've got a dark chocolate. I'm gonna spike it with some whiskey.
Oh my god, it's really wet. Yeah. I'm late. Hurry up.
Good morning, party people. Merry Christmas. What the hecky? My very first cold Christmas. I know you'll be seeing this post-Christmas, but I hope you had a delicious day. And if you didn't, like, no pressure, because at the end of the day, we're on a little rock. But you do deserve love on any day. I digress. Yeah, I said what I said. So you and I headed to a place called Dusty Knuckle, which is a local bakery that is very community forward and driven, and at the center of it is volunteering and helping and just making the place a better place. And in that spirit, they stay open on Christmas from 10 till 2, I think. And they do free coffee and pastries for anyone who may be alone on Christmas or who just needs some community feel and love. I hope you can hear me. She's howling. So guess who is going? We are. I am. I'm going to try, well, I'm not going to try and get a pastry. I'm going to grab a pastry, a bit of coffee. Someone who I met through a job invited me to the pub for a Christmas Eve extravaganza. And now they've invited me to an open lunch just up the road. So after this little coffee and pastry moment, I have plans, which I knew in my heart and my gut that people did keep asking me what I was doing for Christmas, and I totally get that, but I also had a feeling that something would come about just if I just kept living and meeting people, and it has, and I'm really excited. It's mimosas and samosas is the vibe there. And it's just such a gorgeous day as well. Holy crapperoni. I can't believe this is my first, well, white Christmas. We can't say that, but apparently it's almost snowing back home, which is ludicrous. Anywho, it's like just the sky. I feel like I want to slow down a little. I don't get nervous often, but I'm kind of nervous. Ooh, I feel like a little butterfly in there. Oh, there's an emergency ambulance. Hope everyone's okay. I think they're okay. I don't see any tragedies. Okay, I'm just around the corner from where I'm headed.
We start at, Paul, what do you reckon we should start at? 4 minutes, please. 12 quid? Anyone else? 30. 30 over there. 35. Anyone else? Anyone else? Going once? Going twice? So to the gentleman over there.
There's a lot of people.
Is there? Hello. Hi. Good morning. Afternoon. Sorry, I will.
Some like, I post really wholesome.
Seen at one point in London the massive poster they were printing.
One of you, wait, just stand there.
I mean, you look.
So, there we go.
It almost feels rude to speak words given how warm and fuzzy I feel in myself. It feels like I would just be dwindling it down to a measly sentence, but I've really been shown how being included just can change the world, and just like a tiny act of being invited to something just shows me the human spirit. And fuck me, I feel oozy and gooey and warm. And I totally had a little bit of Prosecco, so I am feeling quite chirpy. But at the core of it is just the human spirit, and how everything is better when we just crack open and invite people and just be generous. I think that's what it's all about. That's what I can get around. This has honestly been one of the best Christmases I've had. And I had no plans up until yesterday. I think my mouth just farted. And I'm looking at a squirrel eat something. It's Christmas dinner. Hey, puppy. Anyway, I'm going to go home. And I think I'm going to edit my video from my first few weeks in London so that I can post this video, so that it makes sense for you guys. Because if I post this first and then post my first few weeks in London, our timelines honestly, there's no rules to this fucking shit, so I really could do that if I wanted to, but I do like a cohesive story. So maybe I tuck in with a little blankie or something. I don't know if I have a blanket. I'll wrap something around me. I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. Thanks for coming with me. I'm feeling very jolly. I love this. I can't wait to edit. And so, these miracles exist, because I was just speaking to someone at this party I was at, and all of a sudden he starts talking about how you need to not worry about overly editing things, because that kind of stops you from completing a project, which is kind of what's happened with my last video that I haven't posted yet, is that I've edited half of it, but I just haven't done that finishing line. And sometimes there's like God in drag, like people kind of, here I am crossing the road. People say what you need to hear at the right time, and I really needed to hear that. He was like, sometimes you just need to like cap the editing and just finish it. And I was like, exactly. Just turned off Google Maps because I know where I am. I'm about 20 minutes from home, but I know how to get there. I know my turns, This is all very familiar, and I feel like I'm only just now realizing I'm in London. I was saying this to someone today, how I've been here, I'm not sure, like 3 months, I think, and I've just clocked that I live in London. First few months was really just like fight or flight, what the fuck is going on? Just kind of rolling with what needed to be done. And then now I can see the world. When I was living in Paris, I didn't get to that point. I was just left on my survival mode, which was necessary, but it's so beautiful to see beyond that right now, because I'm actually starting to know the way and feel calm and actually be able to take a walk and not feel so alert. Hey Google, turn on the lamps. I look forward to this moment. Ooh. That's pretty damn true, hey? Especially self-compassion. You walk in the world differently. And then there goes outward compassion to other people. You know, I saw something the other day where someone said, speak to others or just view others like they have angel wings fluttering behind them. And I'm going to think about that more often. I really am. Because then you approach people with that twinkle in your eye, like you're looking at someone special, which you are, no matter who it is, even if they don't realize it and they are an asshole. They're also, ow, frickety. They're also a human that was a baby. And then there's that one thing that people say about walk into the room like God sent you. That's another good one. Maybe I should make a teabag company, put all my favorite one-liners I've collected from the world on them. Never say never, guys. Never say never.
But triggers are invitations. They are proof that something old is ready to be seen, so something new can emerge. You understand what it's trying to reveal within you. This leads us to a much deeper layer, the shadow. The shadow includes
Please scan an item. Select a... Thank you for shopping at Lidl.
Caught the French photo. Can you see it?
Talk about kidney function, aldosterone, etc. A lot of fluid accumulation occurs in the interstitial space because it greatly supports the cells of the heart, but also because this whole thing is a loop. If you remember, the lymphatic system feeds back.
I am with you, okay? We stand together. I love you so much. Kisses, enjoy your day and your weekend, whatever you're doing.
We have some tofu. I've been cooking for what feels like half the day, which is exactly how I like it. I would keep going if it wasn't 9 p.m. But I've got a delicious green curry and I'm just gonna make rice noodles. I'm really particular with textures and eating experience, and there's a whole different experience to having like a noodle soup where the noodles are already in it as opposed to like you serve on the noodles. Today I would not be able to down a noodle soup with noodles inside. Apparently I need to cook them separately and then put the curry on top and then the tofu on top. That's the eating experience that I feel will really satisfy me today. So just boiled the kettle. And aside from this, I've made just kind of whilst I was watching YouTube, I was just fiddling with flavors and desserts and stuff. Some roasted apples for my breakfast. 2 really freaking huge apples I put in the oven. Literally just them. I was gonna cook them down and then season them once they were cooked down a bit, but I tried one once it was cooked down in the oven and it was fucking delectable. So I didn't add anything to them. I really didn't. They didn't need it. So they're all in the fridge. I've got a bunch of them and I can put them on my oats, yogurt, whatever she wants. Then I also made, as you saw, the little baby hearts here. I actually took a fucking nibble. I took a little nibble out of this one just to try it. It was the Law. But this one is unscathed. Oh, this is gonna be really good. It doesn't look as exciting as the hearts, but it's like a layered biscuity, caramel, and then chocolate slice. I think that's gonna be really tasty. That with a hot cup of tea and watching something or writing or doing nothing sounds just what the doctor ordered. Did I make anything else? Yes, I did. I've got some seeds and then nuts soaking in some sea salt overnight, and then I'll slow roast them tomorrow so then they are easily digested. That's what they call activating. Whenever you see like activated nuts, it's when they've been soaked in. I like to do that with the nuts and stuff that I buy if I remember. It's a lot cheaper when you activate your own nuts. I'm sorry if that's annoying you. It's a lot cheaper because, I don't know, like the nuts that you buy already soaked and all of that are like double the price. So for something that's so passive as putting it in the fridge and not really thinking about it, did you hear my hip? It's so worth it. These nuts, I could talk about nuts for a whole video, maybe I will, but these seeds and nuts together were like £4 for like 2 separate things. So happy seed girl. I love a seed, always have loved a seed, probably will always love a seed. But then they go in like 2 days and then I do the same thing again, or I don't, and I just get lazy. Hi, just a different corner of the kitchen. Not this again. So I've been planning an event that I'm gonna put on. I haven't decided whether it'll be New Year's Eve, like a dinner, or one of the first few days of January, and it's called Soup and Sisters, and I haven't decided if I'm gonna make all the soup for everyone or if it's bring a pot for yourself and it's like a little join thing. I only have room here for like 10 people max for it to be comfortable and not party vibes, but my intention is really just gathering women, gathering the sisters, and kind of being like a really peaceful rebellion against reinventing yourself and resting in December, because this is ultimately a time that very well could be spent resting. I've been doing a lot of that and it's felt really life-giving, and entering a new season, a new year, which I have some opinions on. I've learned that there could be like a 13th season that got deleted. I don't know, conspiracies here. I really do think that if you feel the need to rest, like we be resting. Eating well fed and giggling is kind of like my motto for this event that I'm gonna put on. everyone benefits when the girls are well fed and giggling. I'm gonna put posters out tomorrow. I've got a QR code. I'm gonna somehow have to monitor who signs up, so I might like put a little questionnaire there, like I want to know who these people are. I'm just really hoping the posters attract the right people. I've got a few little things to work out there, but my intention, back to my intention, is just to like gather women, sit on cushions in a circle and eat soup. I'm not really going to overcomplicate it. That's kind of the heart of the matter. I'm creating the event I wish I had. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. I've been doing this a lot lately, and whenever I catch myself doing it, I feel like a fly. I see myself in the eyes of whoever I'm with, and I feel like they're just seeing me like a beady little fly. All right, dinner time. This is the situation. I'm trying a little bit of both. I have a tea here that my housemate Patty got me when he went to Barcelona. Bless him. And also he's in Ireland at the moment for Christmas, so it's 2 weeks of me here alone. I love my own time. I love being able to spread and not feel bad about like keeping in mind someone else. So I'm really just gonna milk it. And I think this is my favorite. They're both stunning. They're really good, but I'm just gonna alternate between these and have a good time. A little comforting for my dose of social interaction, which is kind of sad to say out loud, but no, I have had social interaction today, but I got a little YouTube, so. Oh, mute though. Alrighty folks, it is the end of the day. I forgot to tell you what I did today. When I went out, I went to a cafe and I brought my laptop. Whilst caffeinated, applying for a 9-month program for next year that begins in April or March, that I've really wanted to do. I think I'm really yearning for my own personalized study and taking a bit more control over my life. Control is probably the wrong word, but kind of steering the ship in a way that lights me up. And I find modeling can be quite, you just say yes to anything and everything, or you kind of, it's not your vision, it's someone else's. So it's really important that I take my own interests to the highest importance. At the beginning of this year, I studied Zentai Shiatsu, which is a form of body work that I have so much reverence for. I did the level 1 program in Tasmania, and there's a 9-month program with a practitioner that I really adore in Belgium on and off next year. So it's like you go for a few days and then you go back to wherever you live, or if you live in Belgium, that's lucky. But yeah, I did the application today for that at the cafe, which is great. I really hope I do this. I am so just in awe of how much goodness this practice brings, and to be able to pass it on to other people would be really lovely. And it's just really, when I think about it, I get really excited. So that was on my list today. I'll tell you what was on my list today. We had a huge list, and that was just ideas for the day, not to-dos. It's just putting it out there, and if I tick it, it's a win. Get flowers for the people that took me in on Christmas. Tick. That was lovely. And I dropped them off. Apply for my training. Tick. Video done, which is my video from September. Not done, but tomorrow I'm not going to sleep until it's done. I have to do it like that, otherwise I'd rather do it in one big dose so I'm in flow than just putting off little bits. Tomorrow, literally, I'm serious. Like, I've got my serious face on about that. A walk, done. Move my body in a way that I crave. Tick. Did a little bit of yoga. Buy candles, teeth whitening, sesame oil. Didn't do any of that. Miso soup and noodles. I bought that and I made the noodles. Drink water. Yes. Early bedtime. No. My event poster. Yes, I did that. Outside time. Got that. I need to set a day to learn about investing and invest into my first stocks. That's like a big thing, so I'm gonna set like a day for it and just have like the whole day theme is investing, which I'm really excited for. And then wish a particular person a Merry Christmas, which I didn't do. It'd be fine tomorrow. Apply for an acting agency for extras work, which I will do. So then I've just brought the ones that I didn't do today onto my tomorrow ones, but in bold I have the 2 jobs that I really just won't end the day not having had done. Anyway, yes, things are coming along. Good morning. I'm honouring my word this morning and I'm going to the cafe. I haven't talked in a while. I'm feeling a little bit shy. It's been a couple of days. I have been heavily in my creation mode and it's felt so satisfying. I think I said I'm creating an event space called Soup and Sisters, creating the event that I wish existed. I crave winter, I crave soup, and I crave withdrawing, but with company. I still crave connection, deep connection, even giggly connection, but just with soup. Started as creating the event that I wish existed, and then it's kind of gone into deep into all my values and like uncovering a lot of systems in place where we're not honoring winter or summer or the seasons, and that's kind of like brought up a whole lot of angst and anger more so, but frustration and excitement, because I just want to make a little baby ripple in this. I saw some posts online and they were talking about the exact same thing I was thinking about, and this comment about how there used to be not 12 months but 13 and then a month of rest, and that's just a theory that I haven't even delved into there, but it did get my brain thinking. It's winter in the northern hemisphere at the same time that there's this ushering to recreate yourself. There are no leaves on the trees, babe. So eat soup with the girls instead. That's where my brain's at. Do you want to see the flyers? Maybe the reason why January 1st feels wrong isn't a lack of preparation or motivation. Maybe it's because you're being told to begin when nothing in nature is actually beginning. We then call burnout a personal failure. No, your body and mind are responding perfectly. It's right on cue. Nothing in nature survives winter by pretending it's summer. Eat soup and bread with the girls instead. I love it! Like, I giggle at this, but it's also, as I was saying before, it goes into a much deeper issue of the world where we are expected to be consistent in our production 365. The earth doesn't make, like a tree doesn't make 35 apples every single day for the whole year. And are we insane to think that we're any different than, we're exempt from the laws of nature? I'm sorry. I giggle about this, but I feel like deeply traumatized when realizing all of this. And now it's kind of transmuted into passion, and I just want to gather. I want to just keep going about whatever comes from this. So that's what I've been doing with my days. I have had a lot of time just in silence, writing, walking, repeat, eating. Like, honestly, I've been feasting, and I guess trigger warning if food is a bit touchy right now. I totally get it. I have been there. And I still am in some ways, but experiencing extreme hunger from a subtle deprivation over time, and that is a very normal thing. When you have been deprived for a while, you get this extreme hunger, and I've been honoring that. I don't mind if my body softens, I don't mind if I gain weight, because this is the season for that. My body needs safety, and so yeah, I've been feasting. I just eat whenever I want, and that has been giving me so much mental capacity towards the things that I'm genuinely passionate about, like women and eating soup. So that's when it's really exciting, and I haven't felt this way in a while. It's who I am at the core, but it requires spaciousness, and it requires letting go, and it requires stripping back, and that is a brave move, and I'm really proud of myself. Go beyond myself a little bit actually as well, and just connect with humans. That's what it's about. Just making my little salad dressing here, and I was thinking about mint leaves and how they died really quickly, and how it might be because it's not actually in season. Wait, do herbs even go out of season? I don't know, that's beside the point. Different thought form came, and I was like, see, this is what also comes up when I think about getting vegetables that grow right now, and then inspired me to then order. This is just a long way of saying I ordered a local vegetable package from a local farm that I'm also going to try. I've applied to volunteer at, but they do little vegetable boxes, and you pick it up there every week. Ordered one today. So all of this has stirred up so much more than just a soup event. I'm so excited for my vegetables. Got a variety of maybe 5 different vegetables in a box, enough for one person. Inspires me to cook with what I've got, as opposed to like the whole world is a recipe.
This is the best curry you've ever tried today.
Dwindles any decision fatigue into what is in season, what's in my fridge, and what have I got delivered. So yeah, Domino's, I'm so inspired. Today's creation, little veggie number. What have we got? We'll go back to the light. I have rocket, I have basmati rice on top, roasted vegetables with tempeh, and a yummy little dressing. Yay!
30. Why do we add an extra day every 4 years? Especially when many ancient calendars were so precise, often never having to adjust. Our modern world force-feed us a system that is intentionally less advanced. Especially when we can see right in front of our faces the calendar system.
This is where we'll part ways. Until next time. Thy tea has been drunk, the words have been said, the eyelids are heavy, and sleep is on the horizon. Until there's another video to click on, I shall meet you somewhere in between, in the others, maybe in the dream world. Let's hang out. Anyway, I actually just want to love you. Really, this whole Earth trip is pretty gritty, pretty real. Feels very real, very dense, and you're doing great. Like, honestly, just to get out of bed is like a really brave task. So I'm on your team, and I hope you have a good sleep with me. Well, not with me, hopefully not, because I kind of like my space in my mattress. But I hope you have a good sleep, the next one that you have, and I'm just gonna go now.